Greetings, Kentucky. Finally, Mark Pope will have his entire 2025-26 Kentucky roster assembled on campus. The last missing piece should arrive in the next few days. Did you see it? Jelavic, a Croatian forward who brings with him the experience of facing adult opponents in high-level competition, arrives as the final piece of the puzzle meticulously assembled by Pope over the past few months. His presence not only completes the group, but also raises expectations for what this team can achieve. The coach had already expressed his enthusiasm in previous statements, highlighting the European player's maturity and ambition. "I expect him to come in and make a big impact," Pope said in July, noting that Jelavic is a veteran and someone who has dreamed of this opportunity for a long time. These words carry significant weight, especially coming from a coach who has strived to shape a team capable of shining both individually and collectively. Jelavic's arrival is significant. After a summer without him, the Wildcats now have the opportunity to begin the full integration of the squad before the start of official activities in September. He will arrive in Lexington accompanied by teammates already on campus, such as Jaden Quaintance, who continues his recovery from ACL surgery, and others like Denzel Aberdeen and Reese Potter, who have already begun training to adjust their rhythms to Pope's system. This gradual process of return and preparation has been a hallmark of the coach's work, as he seeks to maximize each player's potential before the season enters its decisive phase. Furthermore, Jelavic's presence since the beginning of the testing and conditioning period demonstrates his commitment to the Kentucky project. As with other players earlier this summer, the Croatian forward will have the chance to adapt to the program's playing style and culture before official training camps begin. This is crucial for a player arriving from a league as competitive as the Mega Superbet, where his averages of 10.7 points, 7.4 rebounds, and 1.6 assists per game demonstrated his versatility and ability to contribute across multiple aspects of the game. Shooting 48.5% from the field, he displays remarkable efficiency, although there is still room for improvement in his three-point shooting 30.5% and free throw shooting 69.4%. However, these numbers are only part of the equation. What truly sets Jelavic apart is his competitive mindset and his ability to adapt to new challenges. For Kentucky, Jelavic's arrival represents more than just a coaching reinforcement. It's a clear sign that the program remains an attractive destination for international talent, something that has been a hallmark of American college basketball in recent decades. The ability to attract players like Jelavic reflects Kentucky's prestige, but also the hard work in recruiting and strategic planning undertaken by Pope's coaching staff. He knows that keeping the program at its best requires not only relying on individual talent, but also creating an environment where these players can thrive and develop together. With classes set to begin on August 25th and official practices scheduled for September, the next phase will be crucial for the team's development. Jelavic's arrival will allow Pope to explore different tactical combinations and assess how the Croatian forward can fit into the team's offensive and defensive systems. Furthermore, his international experience will be invaluable for a group composed largely of young talents still developing competitively. In a sport where on-court leadership often makes all the difference, Jelavic has the potential to become a pivotal figure for Kentucky. And the opening matchup against Toledo in Week 1 is quickly becoming one of the most anticipated games of the college football calendar. Kentucky takes the field with a mission to prove it can exceed expectations and silence the doubters. But this time, the opponent is no ordinary one. The Toledo Rockets, led by Jason Candle, arrive with a reputation as a dangerous underdog, ready to challenge SEC supremacy and put Stoops' program in check right from the kickoff. Toledo is one of the favorites to dominate the Mid-American Conference MAC in 2025, riding high from a previous season where they defeated tough opponents, including a crushing 41-17 victory against Mississippi State, a feat that sounded like a warning that the Rockets should not be underestimated. With continuity at the helm, and at key positions like starting quarterback and offensive and defensive coordinators, Toledo displays a confidence that transcends statistics. The team still carries the glow of a dramatic overtime victory against Pittsburgh in the Game Above Sports Bowl, a 48-46 victory that showcased the Rockets' ability to shine under pressure. It's no surprise that the matchup against Kentucky was already highlighted on ESPN's College Game Day podcast, with Reese Davis warning that the Wildcats need to be on surprise alert when Toledo steps onto Kroger Field. On the Kentucky side, confidence is also high. Mark Stoops, a master at building competitive rosters, faces a challenge of integrating 50 new players into the team, including several transfer starters who will make their debuts in the blue and white jersey. Despite the roster overhaul, the Wildcats boast an impressive record, a 17-0 record against MAC opponents, and a streak of 4 consecutive season openers covering the spread. These numbers reinforce the strength of Stoops' program, which has transformed Kentucky into a respectable force in the SEC, known for its consistency and ability to overcome adversity. BetMGM's current projection has the Wildcats as 8.5-point favorites, with an estimated May 28-20 score, but the spread has been narrowing, signaling that bettors are paying attention to Toledo's explosive potential. What makes this matchup even more intriguing is the contrast in their stories. Toledo, with its 13 votes in the preseason AP Top 25 poll, sees a game against Kentucky as a golden opportunity to climb into the national rankings and pave the way for the 12-team college football playoffs. A victory in the SEC, especially against a program like Kentucky, would be a game-changer for the Rockets, who are looking to build a strong postseason record. On the other hand, the Wildcats know that a convincing victory in Week 1 will not only solidify the confidence of their revamped squad, but also serve as a clear signal ahead of their highly anticipated matchup against Ole Miss in Week 2. This opening game, therefore, is much more than a warm-up. It's an opportunity for Kentucky to reaffirm its identity and show that it's ready to compete at a high level. The atmosphere in Lexington already reflects the importance of this moment. The fans, known for their unwavering passion, are eager to see how Stoops' team will respond to the challenge of Toledo, a team that combines tactical discipline with offensive explosiveness. The game selection as the highlight of Week 1's College Game Day only heightens the anticipation, drawing attention to Kroger Field and placing Kentucky at the center of a national stage. For Mark Stoops, the matchup is a chance to show that his roster rebuild has been successful and that the Wildcats are ready to surprise in 2025. Kentucky can't afford to underestimate the Rockets. Toledo has proven they can take down giants, and the combination of a favorable schedule and a cohesive team makes them a real threat. But the Wildcats will fight bravely. Let us know your thoughts in the comments.